Hello, welcome everybody back to Timeless Talks, and we are here to go over a couple of things. Back to the regularly scheduled program. I know the last video I posted up was a little off the normal page, but I don't know. I just felt like putting up something fun. Gotta enjoy life, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, now to a more serious topic. I wanted to address the issues that's going on politically. And when I say address the issues, I'm not saying I'm addressing them from one side or the other. I don't feel I am left. I don't feel I am right. I don't feel I am middle. I feel like I am a person that just lives in this world. I exist in the land where all this shit is going on. So that being said, I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I say as, oh, I'm pro-Trump, anti-Trump, anything, or, I'm racist or anything to that level because of either site or perception of this. I am purely just a man who lives in America that is watching this country turn to shit, and we're allowing this to happen. And it's not like we're allowing it from one end or the other. A lot of us are acting like children when we should go about this a much more intelligent way. There is a lot of lack of common sense, decency, and just foolishness. I mean, I understand if you want to, you want to fight the power and you want to go against the man, and, that's fine, you want to wrestle and tussle with the authority figures, that's fine. But when you're going through towns and destroying entire areas, you're affecting not only the people that you're mad at, but you're affecting the guys that did nothing. The people that had nothing to do with it, wanted nothing to do with it, tried to stay as far away as they could, but now they deal with their shit getting destroyed because you're upset with the way something happened. Now, I don't want to step on either side and say the election was broke. I mean, I saw ends on where it was broke on both ends. I saw a lot more ends on the losing side being broke, no offense. I'm not laughing at you guys lost, but I mean, there was things of her having Hillary having a teleprompter. She had an earpiece. She had answers before the thing. I mean, they had proof and videos of people in the Democratic office that were supposed to be taking care of the voting. And I've watched these videos. They were very sincere, very legit from my perspective. And they showed these people planning really messed up things to do to other people in this country just because they're on the other side, and they were just trying to make the other side look bad. And with all that happening, I mean, what can I say? And I mean, if you really want to get to the root of the issue, a big part of the issue that's going on in this country is we have to look at the ones that are causing this issue. And there's a gentleman, if people are probably starting to get more aware of his name as it's coming up, but he's been on the scene for a long time, is George Soros. I mean, he backs a lot of revolutions in different countries, a lot of rioting and a lot of protests. And I mean, all right, there's one thing about being proud to help people stand up for themselves. That's all good and merry. But everyone he does seems to turn into a shit show of violence and destruction and deaths and needless violence. It's unnecessary. Okay, I mean, and it was violence towards innocent people, towards people that just happen to agree with some of the things. I mean, you can't. If you're gonna go around and want your beliefs to be considered and respected, you have to go around and respect and consider other people's beliefs. And I say that to all people. And the way I see people that, they carried signs of I love Trump's hate and all this, I mean, you guys really ain't showing a lot of love now. That isn't love. That's just violence. Innocent people are getting hurt. I understand there's perfect ways to disagree. Have sit-ins, have protests with signs, and have rallies, and speak up on podiums, and gather the masses and do things the right way. Don't go around and disturb the entire country because you're upset about something. Tell the entire country that you're upset. Show the entire country that you're upset in an intelligent way. If you act like a child, people are going to perceive you as a child and treat you like a child. And children are known to throw tantrums, and that's what a lot of people are doing. And the person funding this is George Soros. He's pushing the fact that we do this. And the way that it's going, it's going to turn into a civil war in this country. It's going to get ugly. It really is. It's going to be brother against brother, all that apocalyptic revelational crap that you read out of the Bible. It's going to be all that. And don't take me wrong, I'm not trying to disrespect religions or the Bible in itself, but, I'm just saying, it's turning to that point. Because right now they're splitting us down by race, they're splitting us down by genders, they're splitting us down by ethnicities. They're showing us, they're saying there's great diversities and great splits in all of them, and that it's all messed up over here when our country lives pretty luxurious compared to others. If you just take some time and look into what's going on in the world, you will find that there is a lot more third world countries than there are first world. There is a lot more devastation and poverty out there than there is in this country. I mean, we still have a severe poverty problem. We still have a severe lack of employment problem. I mean, yes, we have a severe debt problem in our country, and there's no growth, absolutely no growth. Yeah, the national growth is at, I believe last I heard, it was still at a 1. It's until maybe things change, maybe these orders go through and trades that Trump's trying to do. I don't know. I can see how people don't like him. He's one of those people you either like or you hate. He really is. I can perceive him as a businessman. I see him dealing with this as a business. His first thing he attacked was trades. That's what he went after, was trading. He didn't go after anybody's rights or anybody's things. The first things he attacked was trade and trade agreements. He wants to make this business run again. He wants to see it succeed. He said he would make America run right and run good again. I think he's at least trying to put some attempts into it. I mean, it's one of the first presidents I've heard that's really started keeping up all his campaign promises. As soon as he gets in office, that's his focus, as he's focusing on the campaign and not going around saying, hey, look, I won, I'm your president. I want to go around and say hello to everybody as the president. I mean, come on. That's okay. It's a time to shine, but, humble yourself and get to work. And I give him credit. He went right to work. I do see that. I do see where he has some flaws, and sometimes he's got a gruff personality. He doesn't come off the greatest. But, I mean, the guy hasn't had a chance to fuck up yet. I can't say that he will. I thought it was a joke when I heard he was running for election. I did. I thought it was a joke. Because I was like, Trump? He had the Apprentice and all that crap, and I was like, oh, this got to be a joke. This has got to be, some, like, maybe it's a publicity stunt for one of the candidates. Who knows? But it turned into something real, and he sounded sincere with a lot of what he said. So, just like any campaign person, I say if he wins, that's the person I got to deal with. He's in the office. He's the president. If Hillary would have went into office, I would have had to deal with it the same way. Although, I'm kind of glad she didn't get into office for my way to see her ethics. Her ethics are very flawed. And I mean, nobody's perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Trump doesn't have some flawed ethical mindsets, but still, she had a lot of ethical problems going on. The way she handled her already government position. So when somebody's put into that much question, I mean, if they're going to completely screw up other people's lives that aren't politicians and put them away for years in jail, take away their jobs, their ranks from the military, and all this for a couple of documents, and you misplace 33,000 and get away with it, I'm sorry, I think there's something wrong with that. If you can't see something wrong with that, talk to the family of the guy that's in jail now for that. Talk to his family. I'm trying to get more information to put in these links. I will go back over these videos in time and try to put information to these things that I'm speaking about, and I will put reference points for you. So, but yes, there was a gentleman that it was brought up a lot in the courts. I don't know if everybody's aware, but still, back to the point of the matter is they are dividing us. They are dividing us in every way they can. They're making us fight between left and right in politics. They are pushing the whole BLM thing and how Mexico is Mexicans should be against Trump, and how any Muslims or Afghanistan people, forgive me, I don't mean to sound politically incorrect, but anybody of Mid-Eastern heritage, clarify it better, having problems with these. They're stirring that pot. They're stirring the BLM between the white police officers shooting the black people around the world. They're and the feminism is on the rise too, and really becoming a hot topic as of lately as well. And because of Hillary being president, they really got to bring out a lot of their candidates. I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in equal rights across the board for everybody. I believe we're all human beings, and nobody's better than anybody. So if you think you're better than somebody, you should rethink your problems. They're just as human as you are, you know. Even if they're flawed, so are you, you know. We all live, breathe, eat, and all the other fun stuff. So, you know, consider that, people, please. But I just want to make us as many people as I can aware of this issue, because it's really becoming a problem now for everybody. Like, riding around the country, it's people acting up because they know they can. A lot of that is what it is. It's people just whiling out. The ones that are really causing the problems are the ones that are just like, I can't wait for the purge to come. I can't wait for chaos, and I would love it. I want to riot. I heard about the LA riots, and I want to riot. I mean, you want to destroy you want to break down your city and your country. You want to destroy it. I mean, I understand trying to change the politics of it all, but you're willing to just burn down the country to do it? I mean, it's cutting off your nose to spite your face, as my mother used to say. And you know, it's just a point to be made. I mean, look at some of the great people that led protests and made a difference in this country. You know, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln. They did it the right way. They did it smart. They didn't go around causing all types of chaos and fighting and hurting people. They went around and tried to say, hey, listen to my point. I'm going to speak it to you as intelligently as I can and show you from as many viewpoints as I can and try to right this wrong that is going on right now. I'm not going to go and burn down your house and your neighbor's house and anybody else around, make them have to smell the smoke and the smog and the gas and all that crap, and make them have to deal with the violence and make their children. Now, this is the thing that really bothers me, is you people are acting fools out there, but you're doing this with thousands of children watching you. You have the ones that say, wow, that's cool, I want to go do that. And you have the other ones you are scarring for life. You are scarring, terrifying them. For whatever reason, they may be terrified of a person in a black hood now. They may be terrified of a person in a white hood. You are doing what you're against. You are spreading fear and hate and animosity and prejudice. You're hurting people because you don't like their beliefs. That's the same as the Nazis. That is the same as the KKK would do back in the day. That is the same thing that constantly happens in this country, in this world, and people try to justify it by saying these people are wrong, they're here to kill us, and we're going to kill them first. Murder is murder, even if you're premeditating murder and saying, I was defending myself because I figured he was going to kill me. I figured he was going to hurt my family, so I took him out of the way. If they don't raise a hand, they give you no reason to defend yourself, then, you know, stop hurting people out there. Speak your minds and be intelligent. Stop being fools about this, because it's so sad to watch so many good people get hurt or discredited or treated like shit because you don't like what they believe. We're better than this. As a species, we're better than this. We can be. The great people in our history have showed us that we can be. Now, some of the idols that we had in our history are false. Some of them are true. History reveals itself over time, and some things will never be known. But the thing is true is that man in itself, or woman, humankind, can achieve great things when it puts its mind to honestly working on it, and not focusing on the man or woman next to them. If you do what you need to do, you can better yourself and you can better the world around you. If somebody doesn't believe what you believe, then hey, if it's all about what God you believe in, then when the end comes, if they're wrong, they're wrong. They made the wrong choice. You can say whatever you want to save them, but you can't make anybody do anything. You can't make a person make a choice to believe something they don't want to believe. They never will. They may say they believe it for a little bit to sedate your pushing, but after that, they're going to go right back to where they want to go. You can't hate them for being that way. A lot of them are raised that way for their beliefs. Politically, the same. People are raised in a lot of times to their beliefs, and when you're forced and when you're fed down the road for so long that this is right, this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong, that's how some people live their lives, as they judge right from wrong by how they were taught. You can't hate them for that. But I mean, if they get violent with you, defend the shit out of yourself. Somebody trying to hurt you or your family, I fully agree with a man or woman defending their family or their loved ones or themselves with whatever tenacity you have to. But don't just go around hurting people because you don't want what they believe. that is so beneath the human race and what we could be. It's prehistoric. The Crusades did that. When the Christians and the Catholics were running around all over Europe slaying the shit out of entire societies because they didn't believe, when they destroyed tons of history because it was contrary to their beliefs. I'm not saying all of that, all Christians and Catholics are like that now. I'm not saying, you know, it's a big mix nowadays. Things have changed. There's so many diversities. But like I've said before in my videos, the world is simple. If you look at it, it's very simple. You know, we all feel how we feel. We all believe what we believe and respect that. And leave a person alone for it. If they cause a threat to you or your home, then do what you have to. I mean, people go in their houses and they lock their doors every night. Not because they're trying to keep the world out, but because they're trying to keep the things they care about safe. Because no matter what in the world, there are always those terrible people that will hurt somebody for no good reason. Or even a good reason in their head. They will just do it. They find enjoyment of it. So, be careful out there. Think about what you do to others. Turn the tables. Every time you want to treat somebody with harshness, inhumanity, you want to be vicious towards them, you want to attack them, ask yourself if you were in their shoes, would you have acted the same way? Really? Like, would you want to be treated the same way? I mean, you know, you're going to hate somebody for the way they were raised, then go around beat every kid. No. Not meaning that. Seriously. Seriously. I will, like, say that hardcore, don't do that. Like, but it's my point. It's my analogy to the issue. You know, we raise our children to believe what we hope is right for them. And some people are more stricter in their beliefs. But to all of you, to the world, everybody out there that's struggling right now, going through this and watching this happen, don't worry. There's still people out there that'll fight for the right thing. If we see some shit going on, we're going to stand up. We're going to say something, and if we have to, we will defend the innocent. We will defend the weak. We are out there. There's plenty of examples of them in the world. We're not afraid. Kind of welcome it. It's kind of an honorable thing to do, I think. But for now, that'll be it. I'm going to let things go for now. And hopefully see y'all later. Everybody have a good week, and enjoy your Valentine's Day. Timeless Talks. This is Timeless saying peace out.